Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, assalamu alaikum. We're going to try and do this very important lesson. Um, I see the bottom, can't see so nicely. Maybe if I do that. Okay, see if we do that. Just too bright there. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. If we turn it up, we'll be able to see the top. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go. I'll just have to drop the screen. I must remember to drop the screen. Okay, so when you are asked to draw these graphs on the same axis, this is the same axis, the y and the x-axis, right? So whenever they ask you to calculate, whenever they ask you to calculate the value of x, they're actually asking you what is the spot on the x-axis. And if they ask you to calculate y, they ask you what is the spot or the dot on the y-axis. So, okay, let's keep that in mind. They ask you to draw these graphs. Draw this graph. F, the name of this graph is F. The name of this graph is G. The name of this graph is H. The name of this graph is P. Now, I've done already before the time. So let's give it the name. This one here is F. I don't know whether you can see that one. Yes, F, which is this one here, which is the parabola. The G is the straight line, which is this one here, that is G. And the hyperbola is H, which is this one here, that's H there, but it's also H here. It's a double one, it's like a reflection one. And P is this one here, that circle. So let's first start by identifying what kind of graph this is. The moment you see there are two x squared, meaning it cuts the x-axis twice, but it's only one y, it means it cuts the y only once, then this tells you it's a parabola, either facing down or facing, so I should have done either facing down or facing up. It could actually face up as well. So let's just do that. We don't know exactly, but we can figure it out more or less. You can either do up or down. Right, there you go. Can you see it there? Yes. So this one has two x's and one y. It cuts the axis. There's a one y point and two x points. You see there's two x points and there's one y point here. Okay, so there's one y point there and two x points. Same as this. Either can go up or can go down. Now, in this case, it goes up because it's a positive. In other words, there's a positive x here. This x is positive. There's no positive in front, but it means positive. This is nothing in front. If there was a negative here, it would have gone down. Okay, so now you know this will be a negative x, and that will be a positive x if we go that way. A positive and a negative one. Now, if you look at the next graph, it has one x value. It cuts the x-axis once, and it cuts the y value once, so which means that's a straight line. So you're identifying the type of graphs before you actually start. This one here has got a multiplication and a division, which means you're going to have x times y, x divided by y. Then it's a hyperbola. In other words, it goes into these two quadrants. There's a quadrants. The first is second and third and fourth quadrant. This is the first and the third quadrant. It actually reflects each other. And it never touches the x. It's just x and y, x multiplied by y. Okay, that's a hyperbola. And if you see two x values, two y values, and two x values, then it means that's a circle. It's a square, then it's a circle. So let's go about solving it. So just remember one thing here, like I've got here. If the x is not on this line, then you can get y values. If the y is not here, then you can get x values. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the formulas right? And first make the formula into a standard form. They gave it to us in this form. X squared plus y is equal to 4. Now what you must do is we make it into a standard form. This is for a parabola. A standard form is the x squared comes there, then the y is second, and then the whole number is third. So now you put that to the other side, and it becomes a minus 4. So that's the standard form there. Okay, now we do our next one. This form here is y is an arrow x to x plus 4. And here we just replace that with the equal sign. So that's the standard form of the straight line. This one here is y minus 4 over x is equal to 0. Take that to the other side and make it plus. So it's 4 over x. Now put y over 1 because you must make it a linear equation. It mustn't be fractions. So it's 1 times 4 is 4. And x times y is xy. Whether we say xy or yx, it's the same thing. It's like 1 times 2 is equal to 2 times 1. So now this is in its standard form. Now look at this one again. So this one is in this form, y squared is equal to 4 minus x squared. We must make it into a simple form. We put that x on the other side, becomes a plus x squared. Plus y squared equals 4. So that's now standard. Now we're going to start plotting that graph. Okay. So let's go now to the plotting of the graph. Okay. Now you know this is on page of your manual. So you can go to your manual. It's on page 397. 397 is this whole sum done. So it's like you can support yourself by looking at that page. Okay, so now we go to the first one. If we take this particular equation now, right? And we use this particular equation now without having to put it into standard form. We just use this one as they give it to us. And we say if x is 0, let's put 0 to x. It says x 0 squared is 0 plus y is equal to 4. So immediately we say y is equal to 4. So we can plot it. So we can plot this particular graph now. Y is equal to 4. We plot it. We put a dot there. That dot there comes there. And now we say, what if y is 0? If y is 0, you put y in there, in that equation. So it's x squared plus 0 equals 4. Ignore the 0, x squared is equal to 4. Then x is equal to the square root of 4. You know, if you want to get rid of the square, you put the other number over the square root. And x is then equal to 2 plus 2 will give you 4. And minus 2 times minus 2 will also give you 4. So now it has two x values, plus 2 and minus 2. Because now you've got two x values, one y value, and you can draw your graph now. So there you go. There's your parabola. Done. Finish off this one. Now that's the next one. The next one is the straight line, which is this one here. Okay. So what if we say if x is 0? If x is 0 in this particular equation here, put 0 in there, then it's 2 times 0 is equal to plus 4 will give you 0 plus 4. So y is equal to 4. So it's the same spot here. Put it there at 4. Right? Now, what if y is 4? Is 0. What is y is 0 in this equation here? So put that 0 there. Then 2x plus 4. We have this situation here. So then 0 is equal to 2x plus 4. Put the 4 on the other side, it becomes minus 4. And we leave the 2x there. So, and we can flip it around now. 2x is equal to minus 4. So x is equal to what's on the other side divided by what was next to x, which is 2. The answer is minus 2. Because 2 plus 2 divided to minus 4 will give you minus 2. And now that is the x value. So there's minus 2 there. So you plot minus 2. These are the 2 points and you draw the line. That's a straight line. So you got it. 9. That's y1. So you've done that one now. Now we do this one here, which is the hyperbola. And it's this one here. X times y equals 4. That's the standard form. So we can put what times what will give me 4? 2 times 2 will give me 4. And minus 2 times minus 2 will also give me 4. So I can actually now we can say if x is 4, if x is 2, then y is 2. So here we plot this. If x is 2, y is 2. So you plot that point there. That's the middle point there. And if x is minus 2, then y is minus 2. If x is minus 2, y is, and then you plot that point there, which is the actually turning point of the hyperbola. Now, if x is 4, then y must be 1 because 4 times 1 is equal to 4. And if x is minus 4, then y is actually minus 1 because minus times minus is the plus, so it's 4. And so you can plot that. If x is 4, x is 4 here, x is 4, y is 1. Is it? If x is 4, y is 1. And if x is 1, y is 4. So there's those 2 points there. So you've got 3 points there. So you can draw that graph. Zip. Next one, if x is minus 4, minus 1, then y is minus 4. That's that point there. If x is minus 4, then y is minus 1. That's that point here. And then you can draw your next graph. So there you get the hyperbola done. We now go to the circle, and hopefully you can see this. If x is naught, if you put it in this one here, then it's x to the power naught will be naught. So y squared is equal to 4. So y is equal to square root of 4, which is plus or minus 2. So plus 2 and minus 2. So if y is naught, x is plus 2 and minus 2. Right, that's 2 points. And if x is naught, then y is plus 2 or minus 2. That's what that was. Now the next one, if y is naught here, right, then x squared is equal to 4. So x squared is equal to 4. X is equal to square root of 4 plus or minus 2. So you get these 2 points, and now you can draw your circle. And so you have here now, in 12 minutes, we do like probably 6 years of work, inshallah. So you have to just go over this again. Use your page as well, and use the board, and you can follow it, inshallah. Shukran.